mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they don't follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
And that you don't have to love your oppressor, man. There's no reason that you should love your oppressor, man. You understand? They have given us nothing to love, man. You understand? The only thing that they've shown us is how evil and wicked they can be towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? And they've been showing us, this administration has been showing us, you understand, how evil and wicked they can be against us, man. You understand? You got your phone on you, brother? Let me get the definition of Democide. Democide. You understand? They have showed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand, how much they hate us. I think you gotta go to a web to get it. They have showed us how much they hate us, man, under this administration. Democide. You understand? Donald Trump has showed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand, just how much he hates us, man. You understand? White society has showed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians just how much they hate us, man. You understand? But the Bible tells blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that we need to gather together, man. You understand? The Bible tells blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand, that we are a nation of people, man. You understand? And our nation is being attacked, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. Our nation is being unalived, man. You understand? Our nation, the life of our nation, you understand, is at risk, man. You understand? Our livelihood, our safety, you understand, is at risk. You understand? We are dying in this place, man. We are being unalived in great numbers in this place, man. You understand? This is not a time for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be jumping around, walking up and down Raleigh, North Carolina happy, man. You understand? These are not happy times for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? America has open war against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? It's been war on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from our Caucasian neighbors, so to speak. You understand? It's open season on Hispanics right now, man. And nobody speaks about it except the I.S.U.P.K, man. You understand? Let's get it out the Bible. Read the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1 real quick.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourself together.
Right. God said for us to gather ourselves together. You understand? Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Right? God told us to gather ourselves together, man. Why? Because we are destroyed, man. You understand? And the only thing, look at America today, the only thing that our Hispanic brothers and sisters have, you understand, is another black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. You understand? Nobody is standing up for the Hispanics, man. Nobody is standing up for them, man. You understand? ICE came to North Carolina, you understand? They was in Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, Fayetteville, you understand? And they terrorized our neighborhoods, man. You understand? If you black, you understand, and Native Indian, you should be ashamed of yourself. You understand? Ashamed of yourself if you supported Donald Trump, man. He is destroying our nation, man. You understand? Read on.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desire.
Right. The Lord told us to gather ourselves together because we're a nation of people that's not desired, man. You understand? They try to say, oh, ICE is going into the neighborhoods to remove the criminals. That's a goddamn lie. ICE is going into the neighborhood to terrorize our people, man. That's why they going in the neighborhood, you understand? And they going into the neighborhoods to represent Donald Trump and a racist white America, man. You understand? Why? Because America is racist towards black people. people. America is racist towards Hispanics. America is racist toward Native Indians, man. America is a racist place, man. And I'll tell you this, you understand? This Trump administration is just doing and showing and saying the things that every Caucasian in America wants to say. Every Caucasian in America wants to do. You understand? Donald Trump is only doing what his people want him to do, man. That's why they elected him, because they hate black people, man. You understand? And they have him in office to show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians just how much they hate us, man. You understand? That's why they don't stand up when they unaliving us in mass numbers. You know why? Because they say any day is a good day as long as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in our neighborhoods. As long as we don't have to see your black smile. As long as we don't have to see your black face. You understand? Now get me that definition. We're going to see what the definition Democide means. You got it? Go ahead.
Democide refers to the intentional killing.
The what?
The intentional killing.
The intentional unaliving. Go ahead.
Of an unarmed or disarmed person by government agents.
By who?
By government agents.
You understand? America is showing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians just how much they feel. You understand? And they have a definition for it, man. You understand? This government, this American government, hates black people, man. They hate black people. And the definition that the brother just read was called democide, man. You understand? It's when the government comes up against a nation of people, man, and they intentionally unalive. You understand? They intentionally harm a nation of people, man. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we ought to wake the hell up, man. Get the hell out the Christian church. The Christian church does nothing for us, man. They do nothing for us, man. You understand? America is against the black man. America is against the Hispanic man, man. You understand? There's no way we can join ourselves with these people. They hate us, man. What's your question, brother?
I just want to say thank y'all for educating me, giving me a little bit of peace of mind about the world and what's going on, man. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, man, get you a flyer. We appreciate you, man. You understand? Get you a flyer and get in these classes, man. You understand? That's why we come out on these street corners, man. We don't come out here to wreck everybody Saturday. We come out on these street corners to wake black men the hell up, man. You understand? To wake Hispanics the hell up, man. You understand? We love our people so much that we leave our families on Saturday. You understand? We give up our days on Saturday to come out and tell black man, you have to be strong in this place, man. Put down the goddamn drugs. Put the drugs down, man. What's up, brother? You understand? If you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, we have to wake up, man. You understand? We've been sleeping this place, man. You understand? America is at war against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And they've always been at war against black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. They've always hated blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? That's why they do the things that they do to us, man. They can never love us. So why the hell would I give my love to my slave master, man? My slave master showed me day in and day out that he hates me, man. He shows us that he hates us, man. You understand? And if I'm wrong, please come and tell me I'm wrong. You understand? I've never seen Caucasian America show love to black people, man. Because it's not in them. You understand? You got that, brother? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 20. They come against us.
They do what?
They come against us.
They come against us, man. You understand? When you see a slave master in your neighborhood, he's not in the neighborhood to make the neighborhood better. You understand? They not in the neighborhood to make the neighborhood better. You see ICE in the neighborhood, they not in the neighborhood to make the neighborhood better. You understand? You know what ICE remind me of? ICE remind me of slavery, man. That's what ICE remind me of. You understand? ICE remind me of Andrew Jackson, man. You understand? That's what ICE remind me of, man. You understand? How do they remind me of that? Because all they do, you understand, is separate and rip families apart, man. You understand? And separate families, man. You understand? And let me tell you this. I believe you understand that the government should put a hold on everything that ICE got going on. I believe the government should put a hold on everything that ICE going on. You understand? Because about 4 days ago, you understand, an ICE agent was caught. An ICE agent was caught along with 16 other people, you understand, in a sex trafficking scheme. In a sex trafficking scheme, you understand? And I guarantee you that he ain't the only one, man. I guarantee you he ain't the only one. So I think the government should probably put a hold on what they what the ICE, you understand? I think the ICE need to be investigated. And I say that because it been thousands of Hispanics going missing, man. Thousands of Hispanics going missing, and you come up and say, oh, an ICE agent was involved in a sex trafficking scheme. That tells you, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you understand, they not trying to make America great again, man. You understand? They just trying to terrorize our neighborhood. They trying to instill fear in black people, man. Hispanics and Native Indian people, man. You understand? And the Bible says they come against us, man. They always been against us. They never had love for black people, man. Read on, brother.
And much pride.
And what?
And much pride.
They come against us and much pride, man. They think that they doing something good. They think that they making America great again. They think that they serving America. They think they doing God's work when they come up against a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. But let me tell you this, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the greatest people on God's green earth. You understand? We are the greatest people, and they hate us because we are amazing people. You understand? They hate us because they oppress us, and we still rise up above the oppression and do great things in our neighborhoods, man. We produce great things out of the poverty that they put us in. You understand? Because we are God's chosen people, and we need to come back to God's laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? Because we ain't even tapped in how great we could be. We ain't even tapped into how great we could be as a people, man. We ain't even tapped into all the things we can develop and create as a nation of people, man. You understand? Because we lack God's laws. So imagine how great we can be. Imagine how much we can rule this world, you understand, and control this earth and never have to be oppressed again if we decide to come back to God's laws. If we decided to obey the Most High and have God on our side. You understand? America would fall tomorrow if the black man said, you know what? I'm gonna go see what these Negroes on this street corner talking about. I'm gonna obey God's laws. I'm gonna put down the drugs. You understand? America would fall overnight. You got more than that? But you know what we wouldn't have to do? We wouldn't have to march around and protest against ICE, man, because we'll already be separated. You understand? The Bible is about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians coming together and obeying God. You understand? And separating ourselves from every other nation of people, man. Why? Because when we join ourselves with every other nation of people, we get destroyed, man. We get destroyed because we try to be like them, man. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
And iniquity to destroy us.
To do what?
To destroy us.
You understand? They bring all types of iniquity to destroy us. Why you think they put drugs in the black community, man? You understand? Because they knew if you got a black man who knows who he is, you understand? He can teach his children who he is, you understand? That's separated from us, you understand? Oh, that's a strong black man. That black man too strong. So we got to put drugs into their neighborhood, you understand? And destroy them. You understand? We have to keep them high. Because if we keep them high, we can overtake them. We can take the neighborhood if everybody high. We can take the neighborhood if everybody drunk. We can take the neighborhood if we take the black man out the black house. You understand? We can destroy this nation of people, you understand? With iniquity and sin. We can destroy this nation of people. You know why they can destroy us with iniquity? You understand? With sin, with drugs, alcohol, sex. You know why? Because they know that if we sin against the Lord, they can overthrow us, man. Because the Bible says it, man. You understand? We have to obey God, man. We have to stick to what God told us to do, man. You understand? And we have to separate ourselves from America. The hell with Thanksgiving. Don't celebrate it. You understand? Thanksgiving is a celebration of a slaughtering of our Native Indians brothers and sisters, man. So you should not celebrate Thanksgiving. You should say to hell with Thanksgiving, man. Save your money. Don't even spend your money on the turkey, man. You understand? All you're going to do is burn your goddamn house down anyway. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to start a fire. Go ahead, brother.
And our wives and children.
And our what?
And our wives and children. To destroy us.
They come to destroy us, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. They come to destroy us, man. You understand? And we getting this out the Bible. You understand? And the Lord said they come to do what?
To destroy us. And our wives.
And our wives.
And children.
And our children.
And to spoil us.
You understand? Don't think that they just coming up against the black man, the black woman. They coming to destroy the wife of the black man. They coming to destroy the children. You understand? Of the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. You understand? Because America has no love for black people, man. You understand? ICE has no love for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? You can't, as a black man, Native Indian man, Hispanic man, you can't join ICE, you understand, thinking that you're doing right by America, man, because America has no love for you. And as soon as ICE get done, they gonna throw you away, man. You understand? What did they do with that Hispanic brother, you understand, that arrested thousands, you understand, of his own people, and then only turned around to find out that he was an illegal immigrant himself? What did they do with him? They deported him, man. You understand? He did the work of ICE and found out that he was illegal himself and had a false birth certificate. And ICE got rid of him. They didn't take into consideration all the work he did for them. They said at the end of the day, you still illegal. Does that not sound familiar? They do the same thing in the U.S. military to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. You understand? We go all across the globe, you understand, and destroy in the name of this goddamn beast. And when you get back home, you understand, you get unalived in the streets by a Caucasian cop. And there's a history that of them hanging us from trees in U.S. uniforms, man, in military uniforms, man. Why? Because they have no love for you, man. You can serve this beast all you want to, you understand? But the only thing that makes white society happy is unaliving, man. You understand? Bloodshed of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Drop that, brother. Oh, you got more on that? Read on.
In our wives and children, and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives.
We do what?
But we fight for our lives.
We do what?
We fight for our lives.
You understand? When you see the I.S.U.P.K. on street corners all throughout the United States, all throughout Europe, all throughout Canada, all throughout South America, we are on the street corners fighting for the lives of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? We go on the streets to fight for our lives, man, because nobody has love for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Commander Junior Hunter sent us out on the street corners to fight for our lives, man. You understand? We're not just going to shut up and die. We're not just going to be quiet and allow a nation of people to do anything to us, man. You understand? We fight for our lives out here on these street corners, man. Read on, brother.
And our laws.
And our laws, man. You understand? We fight for our laws. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. The law that says that you can't join, you understand, the Caucasian race, man. You understand? The law that says keep the Passover. The law that says don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? The law that says that a woman should dress modestly, man. You understand? We fight for our laws, man, and our lives. You understand? Because the law in the Bible, God's law, is the lives of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And that's the only way you really step into what real life is, man. It's by obeying God, man. You understand? You will never know what life is until you obey the Lord, man. You understand? Everything else is just fun and games, man. Everything else is just a pathway to death and unaliving. You understand? To suffering. You understand? That's everything else in the world. But real life is obeying the Lord, man.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe
drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one